in your opinion, when is the right time to involve a lawyer?
If it's a termination and you think it is not valid, then you should contact a lawyer as quickly as possible.
Okay.
But what is also possible, for example, if you don't have a legal insurance, you can contact the
So many people recommend to buy legal protection insurance. So if you could highlight briefly what does it covers and what it doesn't.
the legal insurance is very helpful in labor law. All other things, it may be in deposit. But the problem with the legal insurance is
it still worse to have legal insurance as an expat if you are here, let's say, for 2 years of assignment, 3 years of assignment?
I think.
Hello, Siddharth ji. It's always great to have on globepravasi, and thank you for finding some time today for the second video. Before wasting your further time, let's jump directly into it.
Thanks for having me here. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So current market situation is known. Most of the people in Germany, even if it's in demand profession, still there are a lot of terminations are happening. So my question would be, what is considered as an unfair termination in terms of Germany market?
Let me answer the other way around. What is a valid termination? A valid termination is always there if it's a probation. A valid termination is always there if there are less than 10 employees. And then we have pre-termination reasons which are valid in Germany. First one is behavior. You come late, you get a warning, you can be terminated. Second one is called personal. That is, you are ill. It's predicted that you will stay ill and you're causing a lot of organization for the company. I can terminate you. And the one which is happening these days is the operational one. And that is valid if there are operational reasons and if the so-called Sozialauswahl, social selection, is considered. First in, last out. Those with children, protected. Those who are old, like me, protected. Youngsters, which are most of the Indians are youngsters, and we should consider. Often here, I'm working in the company already for 3 years. Germany, 3 years is nothing. You're a youngster still. Yeah? And these are the three valid reasons. And then we have sure reasons like außerordentliche Kündigung, extraordinary termination, which is happening these days also.
Okay.
And because people under pressure do mistakes.
Yeah.
They do their own vacations, they do data transfer, they do timesheets which are not 100% correct. And one thing is really important. In all these discussions, never ever share with the company, I'm mentally stressed, I'm feeling harassed, because you're creating a termination reason.
Oh,
Okay? Always you're ready, available, and totally motivated, regardless what is happening.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, good. Following to that, my question would be, what rights employee does have in these kind of situations?
Thanks for asking this question, because there's a big rumor that there is always a right for severance. No. German law, if there's a valid termination, I have to serve the notice period and you have to work during the notice period. So also garden leave is on the mercy of the company. Severance, there's a recommendation in the law book. It recommends half a monthly salary for each year you've served.
Yeah.
But at court,
That is brutto or netto?
from the half a brutto salary,
Brutto.
and it's going to be taxed,
Okay.
but no social contribution on it. And at court, you don't fight for severance. In the end, it ends normally with a severance because the lawyer wants it to have less hours to work, the judge wants it not to write a verdict, and normally the parties don't want to continue anyhow. But you file a Kündigungsschutzklage. You file that the termination is invalid. Nobody can force anyone for a settlement. So that's always a settlement, agreement between the parties. Nothing which you can, if you don't come to a settlement at court, the judge has to decide valid termination or invalid termination.
Okay.
The notice period is the only thing which is a must.
And that changes the number of years you have served in a company. Let's say someone is serving 10 years, for him might be the different notice period compared to someone who is done 3 years.
Yeah, sure. The first look has to be into the contract, what is mentioned there.
Yeah.
And then the second one is paragraph 622 BGB. There it differs how many years, correctly what you said. Yeah. And if it's more according to the law, that overrules the contract.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. So let's say I know my contributions and for the garden leave and all the stuff, because a lot of information is available on the internet. However, not the 100% is true. But in your opinion, when is the right time to involve a lawyer?
If it's a termination and you think it is not valid, then you should contact a lawyer as quickly as possible.
Okay.
But what is also possible, for example, if you don't have a legal insurance, you can contact the local Rechtsantragsstelle of the Arbeitsgericht. They would file the case for free for you.
Okay.
If there's a Sozialplan and a offer, and if you understand the offer also by language, then I think with the colleagues together, you can save the lawyer fee and also save the lawyer fee for your insurance. If you have an extraordinary termination, a lawyer is a must.
Okay.
With all other ones, as you said, there's a lot of information available, and also 90% is correct. And these days, every one of us knows someone who's terminated. You can ask him for guidance. But I often have the feeling that it's not 100% understood, and you need some time. So I would, if you get a termination offer, contact the lawyer in the first moment, get the input, negotiate yourself, and then one last time the lawyer before you finalize if everything is correct. And there you just should be careful with the lawyer fees, because sometimes I just read someone complained in Indians in Munich that the lawyer fees were too high, but he followed it totally according to the law. But he should have told it, and also I think this agreement, by the way, was invalid. But who cares? That's not my problem.
So here in Germany, so lawyer cannot charge extra like in India?
Normally the lawyer can decide either if he works per hour or he works according to the value of the case. And if it goes to court, he has to work on the value of the case. And there's no discount possible. And if he wants to have over hours, because he says the fees according to law are not enough for him, you need a written contract with him. If there's no written contract, there's the gap of the Rechtsanwaltvergütungsgesetz. And there the value of the case is decisive. The value of the case in employment law is 3 times your monthly gross salary.
Okay.
So if you have often 5,000 euros gross salary, with the settlement at court, it's 3,000 euros approximately.
Okay.
So there, if you don't have a lawyer insurance, you should think, is it worthwhile fighting? Because if you get one more salary, only the lawyer is earning. Doesn't make sense.
But that is a good thumb rule to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So many people recommend to buy legal protection insurance. So if you could highlight briefly what does it covers and what it doesn't.
The legal insurance is very helpful in labor law. And in all other things, it may be in deposit. But the problem with the legal insurance is that it pays only according to the value of the case. So if we have value of the case, like in the employment cases, 15,000, 20,000 euros, the lawyers are happy to work. If you call me because of a deposit of 1,200 euros and tell me you have a legal insurance, I will say that is nice, but 1,200 euros, a good lawyer should charge about 300 euros per hour. Then in 3 hours, such a case is never discussed, because there will be a lot of pictures, and Mr. Lugani, I did it like this, and there's this wear and tore, and then there's too much work. And then the legal insurance is covered with 800 euros, and you don't find a motivated lawyer in such a case. Because then I have a lot of colleagues that are totally motivated in the beginning. Then after 3 or 4 WhatsApp calls and night emails, they say, Siddharth, that is too much. Then it stops. No? And it's how everyone works. If you are not paid, then you say, why shall I read all this? And especially we Indians, we have sometimes attitude to write a lot. And the more we write, the more straight the lawyer gets. That was no awareness. So have you read this, Mr. Lugani? No. I'm old enough to say no, but some youngsters have a problem with it. And for the legal insurance, for big things, it makes sense. But for example, also family issues are not covered. We have a lot of gold cases these days. Sometimes covered, sometimes not covered. We have these days, unfortunately, maybe due to the recession in this country, even a lot of Indians are shoplifters these days. And they tell me that, Mr. Lugani, I have a legal insurance. And I ask them, you are stealing something and then the public should pay for this? It's your mistake. The same if you have these cases of child abuse. No legal insurance. Employment law, yes. Rest is really your own decision.
So, in general, legal protection insurance helps when it only regarding the job and all this.
Yeah, the bigger values. Yeah, that's how I see it. And one thing, no insurance covers past. insurance, by the idea of insurance, something which might happen, not something which has happened.
It has happened.
Yeah, that does make sense. No?
Okay. So let's say yesterday I got terminated and today I made the insurance, it will not work.
No, and also if you already are seeing it coming,
Mm-hmm.
and the insurance would get to know about this
Oh, okay.
because you had the first talks with your company. Might be a fraud of it, and at least don't share it with the lawyer that you saw it coming, because then he might become a criminal because he helped you to get insurance coverage, though knowing
Mm-hmm.
you did it on the wrong moment. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I think now it is last question. So it was a very quick session. Thank you again for finding some time. But still, the last question is like, is it still worth to have legal insurance as an expat if you are here, let's say, for 2 years of assignment, 3 years of assignment?
I think yes, because also there are some points which I did not mention before.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't find a lawyer on the normal market, the legal insurance has some lawyers who have to take every case.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's worthwhile filing a mobile case. No, if you're fighting what 80 euros. If you win it, yes. If you lose it, also not a big problem.
Yeah.
But especially regarding the employment market, I would say yes. But if you are a bit confident and fluent in German language, and you are able to understand, and as I said, you can negotiate yourself, you can file yourself, and maybe then you just need a lawyer for 1 or 2 hours consultation, and that is then maybe 600 euros compared to, I don't know what the legal insurance costs, but I think I've read 500 euros per year. That's still cheaper, no? That you invest 2 hours from your pocket instead of 1,500 euros for the insurance.
And also,
But I don't want to ruin the legal insurance market.
No.
No? Sorry.
but on the other hand, there is the thing is like here the biggest hurdle is the German language.
That's the biggest problem.
So for that it
Yeah,
but it case to case it depends.
Yeah,
You
but-
cannot generalize.
yeah, but years ago, the judges were happy to speak also a bit English. They were a bit, now we have become international.
Yeah.
And nowadays, they have so many cases, they are pissed.
Equally.
German, and if they, Siddharth Lugani, Gerichtssprache ist Deutsch. Punkt. And that's why, and if you are there without a lawyer, then you get nervous. If the judge
Yeah.
bullies you because they will understand the language, and then your case gets weak because you're nervous, which I understand. It's not your profession, it's a different language. But anyhow, I think what you said now as the last question is a very good thought.
Mhm.
Please, everyone, start learning German. Listen to German news, watch German news.
Yeah.
That is really the long term, the biggest key to stay happy in Germany.
Yeah. That reminds me also the driving schools. They are also overcrowded with the request of the driving license. So just to cut off, they are saying if you don't speak German, we will not take you. Even I had an experience. I called for someone and I say, okay, but it was a small town. But I said, okay, let's give a try. Talk in English. She just kept down the phone. She had no interest at all in speaking.
Yeah, but who works at the driving school? Not the biggest educated people.
Yeah.
And they have so much rush.
Yeah.
Why should they do an extra effort?
For the English speaking, yeah.
It's not necessary, no? And people who sit in the car for 10 hours,
Yeah.
and then they should speak English. I have a friend, he's more than 60,
Mhm.
and he had to rejoin the driving school because his owner said, please help me. You're the only one who spoke English.
Oh.
I am not finding someone. Can you come back from retirement for 2 or 3 years and help us?
Oh.
And if he wouldn't have done it,
Mhm.
these pupils would not be entertained.
Okay. So thank you so much, Siddharth ji, again for giving your
I thank you.
time.
All your best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So maybe soon
Like what? Sure.
when I come to Munich, I hope we will find some time like today and have another great conversation like today.
Would be pleasure.
Yeah.
Always welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.